Dalai Lama's visit to Tawang, India must realize that China is no longer willing to remain a status quo power. Why China is more anxious about this visit by the Dalai Lama to Tawang? What do you mean by integrated national security concept of China? How does integrated national security affect India? GS Paper 2, Effect of Policies and Politics of Developed and Developing Countries on India's Interests, Indian Diaspora. What is the context about? China has warned India of adverse diplomatic consequences for allowing Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama to visit Arunachal Pradesh, including the monastery of Tawang. China's reaction this time looked belligerent and betrayed its own nervousness. China might be overly conscious about its strong international posturing. Beijing has issued a series of warnings, viz., that the Dalai Lama's visit to Arunachal Pradesh would cause deep damage to Sino-Indian ties. The recent visit of Dalai Lama to Arunachal Pradesh was his sixth such visit to the state, which China claims as its own, calling it South Tibet. Why China is more anxious about this visit by the Dalai Lama to Tawang? In a rapidly changing world order, Trump has introduced a mix of unpredictability and truculence. He has kept China in the dark about how tough he intends to be on trade, currency, North Korea and the South China Sea. The Chinese don't like uncertainty. Trump unsettles them. Xinjiang, the Chinese's northwest province, which has a large Muslim Uyghur population, is simmering. A new Reuters report draws a grim picture of communal tension and Beijing's nervous. China's anxiety is its slowing economy. The government projects GDP growth in 2016-17 at 6.5%. International estimates place real, non-fudged growth at a slower 5.5%. In 2017-18, a further decline in growth is likely. What do you mean by integrated national security concept of China? Integrated national security concept is a policy where protecting the perceived core national interests will remain a basic principle, particularly towards the countries in the neighborhood having territorial disputes with China. It integrates security in a wide range of aspects like political, territorial, military, economic, cultural, societal, scientific, information, ecological, resource, and nuclear. It states that political security should be taken as core, economic security as its basis, military, cultural, and societal security as an important guarantee, and the furthering of global security as foundation. China had floated the idea of an integrated national security concept because China is currently struggling with a lot of internal and external issues, which introduced certain red lines. How does integrated national security affect India? Tibet have a direct bearing on China's core interests. Any reference to Arunachal Pradesh, Southern Tibet as China prefers to call it, fuel tensions between the two countries, thus damage India-China relations, making the country to continue its assertiveness internationally in border disputes. The recent visit of Dalai Lama to Tawang in Andhra Pradesh therefore caused attention in China. Geopolitical impact. The OBOR initiative, investments in Africa and establishment of bases worldwide by China, is an assertion of its legitimate rights under the INSC. Economic concern. OBOR can put China on the lead on the economic front.